Hello, pulp hounds and assorted ghouls. How are we doing? I'm back from beyond the grave. I missed Halloween, obviously. Everything I love about that season, and I had so many videos planned, and I missed it. But it's fine because it's going to be happening. I'm just going to keep Halloween going. I prefer Halloween to Christmas, so it's going to be my festive season just generally now. Spooky shiz until I stop YouTubing. Anyway, I made it to a rather splendid Halloween party, dressed as Jack the Ripper. I did have a big knife, not a real one. Not really safe to carry big knives around in the city centre. And I think I was the oldest guest there, because it just got a little bit out of hand. Mind you, it's not a good party unless someone ends up in hospital from overindulging. Bless him. But you know, you're getting old when all the younger kids at the party, when it gets to too late for you, you just want to be back at home with your cat and a novel and a cup of tea. It's like, I'm about done now. And all the kids at the party are like, well, messages when you get back, just so we know you've got home safe. Bless them all. And I'm well aware, I have a massive interest in Jack the Ripper and associated Victorian unsolved murder cases. So I'm well aware that this is a theatrical Jack the Ripper and not actual. Like, if I dressed like this and trundled around Whitechapel in 1888, I would just get beaten up and mugged instantly for my splendid finery. So I'm aware that it's like a theatrical Hollywood Jack the Ripper and not anything that's could be historically accurate. So one thing that was going to happen over Halloween was at a local venue in the city centre, I was going to do a horror quiz. It ended up not happening, which is fine. I was quite happy not to have to do it, actually. Wasn't feeling great. And they got DJs on instead, and I honestly thought, do you know what? I think it was going to be on I can't remember what day it was going to be on now, over the weekend. If people are out, uptown, maybe they want a bit of a knees up and something to dance to rather than me just firing questions at them. So I thought what I'd do, seeing as I'd prepared the quiz anyway, maybe you lovely lot might like to partake in my horror quiz. So, there's different rounds, there's different stuff going on. It's not just a big list of questions, because that would get very dull very quickly. Obviously, there are questions. Given the very nature of a quiz, there's going to be lots of questions. There's going to be 50 questions. So, if you fancy playing along at home, and I would love it if you did, pause me in a sec, grab yourself a pen and paper, and maybe even a cup of tea, and then come back and unpause me. So 50 questions. Answers are going to be at the end. I am going to rank you on your scores, so put your score in the comments. And again, you lot know me. I'm not fishing for like, subscribe, leave a comment. I genuinely appreciate your comments. I genuinely appreciate the messages you guys have sent me. It really has made me feel so happy over the past couple of weeks. Thank you. So stick your score in the comments and play honestly, otherwise one of the slashers in this quiz is going to come and get you. They'll know if you've cheated. So, let's start. Question number 1. Some of these are going to be easy, some of these are going to be hard. And I do need to say that they're pretty much, it's kind of, I think, aimed at people around my age. There is a bit of newer stuff, there is a bit of older stuff. But hopefully I've made the questions interesting. Question number 1. Just to kick you off, just to get things warmed up. Who played the original Freddy Krueger? Is it a trick question? Was it Ernest Borgnine? Was there like a 70s Nightmare on Elm Street? No. In the original series of films, who played Freddy Krueger? Question number 2. In the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, who played Leatherface? Question number 3. In the original Halloween, 3 people played Michael Myers. I just need the name of one of them. Question number 4. In the original Candyman, who played Candyman? Gets tricky now. Question number 5. In the original Creature from the Black Lagoon film, 2 actors played the creature. I want the name of one of them. You got all those down? Okay. Next little section. Taglines. I love a tagline. You can't beat that tagline on a movie poster that lures you in. It just makes you excited about the film. So I'm going to read a tagline and I want you to write down what film it's from. Getting a little bit trickier now. So question 6. What film is this the tagline for? The monster demands a mate. Not so easy now, is it? Question 7. What film is this tagline from? To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. Question 8. What movie is this tagline from? When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Question 9. One of my favourite taglines ever. If this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. What film is that from? And number 10. They will make cemeteries their cathedrals, and the cities will be your tombs. What's that one from? How are we doing so far? Do you think you're winning? We'll find out. So the next round is a picture round. Who is this? Who is coming? All I want you to do is tell me the name of the actor. Question 11. Who is this? Question 12. Who's this chap? Question 13. Who's this gentleman? Question 14. Who is this? Question 15. Who's this distinguished chap? Question 16. This guy's a dude. I've met him actually and he's absolutely lovely. Question 17. Who's this gentleman? Question 18. What about this guy? Question 19. Who's he? Question 20. Who's this? Well, that was a bit all about the chaps, wasn't it? So let's have a few leading ladies. Who played... This is question 21, if you're writing down your numbers. Who played Wendy Torrance in The Shining? In the original version. I don't know if there's been any remakes. Who played Melanie Daniels in the original version of The Birds? Has there been a remake of The Birds? I honestly don't know now. So much gets remade. Question 23. Who played the lovely, if bonkers, Pamela Voorhees in the original Friday the 13th? Question 24. Who played Nancy Thompson in the original Nightmare on Elm Street series? And question 25, who played the bride in the original Bride of Frankenstein? I'm going to play you some music from horror films, and I want you to name the film just based on the music. And we'll try and avoid like a YouTube copyright thing, because I've had them before. It's part of the quiz, we'll risk it. Go on. So question 26. What Terrorfest is this from? No, sorry. That's the wrong soundbite. That was intentional. That was a gag. Question 26. The actual question 26. Which film is this from? Question 27. This theme was used in a couple of movies, actually. All relating to one character. What was that character? Question 28. This piece of music was used in a later movie, but it was also used in a film from the 70s. And I want to know what that film was. Question 29. What creepy epic is this music from? And question 30. Can you name the film that this music appears in? Can't have a horror quiz without something about movie posters. I picked some of my favourite movie posters and just taken a small section of them and see if you can identify the film that the poster is from. Question 31. What movie poster is this? Question 32. How about this one? Question 33. Can you guess this one? Question 34. How about this? Question 35. Tricky. Question 36. Surely this one's easy. Question 37. What about this one? "38. How about this? Question 39, a difficult one here. And question 40, what about that one? So how well do you know your real life horrors? I'm going to show you 5 actors playing a real life serial killer or monster. And I want you to name the character that they're playing. So this is Steve Railsback. Which famous murderer is he playing? One of my favourite ever serial killer movies. Here's Michael Rooker. Which mad git is he portraying here? Question 43. Here's lovely Dickie Attenborough. But he wasn't lovely in this film. Who's the film about? Here's the lovely Matt Smith. But which bonkers dude is he playing here? Bit of a trickier one. This is Ross Lynch. Which absolute nutjob is he playing here? Last 5 questions. And it is horror book blurb after all, isn't it? So, let's have some book questions. I didn't throw in loads of book questions, but I was going to plug my channel a little bit at the event and say, I do horror book channel, come and have a look. So I'm going to show you 5 book covers with the author and title obscured. I need you to guess what book it is. Question 46. What's this one? Question 47. How about this skeletal dude? Question 48. What's this cover? Question 49, and an easy one for viewers of my channel. What's this book? And question 50, a bit of a classic. What's this? We better have some answers then, haven't we? So, number 1. Who played Freddy Krueger? That was Robert Englund. Number 2. Gunnar Hansen played the original Leatherface. Number 3. In the original Halloween, Michael Myers was portrayed by Nick Castle, or Tony Moran, or Tommy Lee Wallace. Tony Todd was the original Candyman. And the creature from the Black Lagoon was played by Ben Chapman or Rico Browning. 1 in water, 1 on land. Taglines. Question number 6, Bride of Frankenstein. 7, Last House on the Left. 8 was Dawn of the Dead. 9 was Phantasm. And of course 10 was Lamberto Bava's Demons. So, picture round. Who is this? Who is coming? The first one, which was question 11, was Tor Johnson. Question 12 was Michael Ripper. 13 was George Romero. 14, one of my favourite film directors ever, Freddie Francis. 15 was the lovely Ralph Bates. 16 was the wonderful Michael Berryman. 17, John Carradine. 18 was the inimitable Bruce Campbell. 19 was the amazing Sid Haig, bless him. And number 20 was Rondo Hatton. So in the leading ladies section, question 21. Shelley Duvall played Wendy Torrance. Tippi Hedren played Melanie Daniels. Betsy Palmer played Pamela Voorhees. Question 24. Heather Langenkamp played Nancy Thompson. And question 25, it was Elsa Lanchester who played the Bride of Frankenstein. Sounds. Did you get these right? Question 26 was the theme from Nightmare on Elm Street. 27 was used in a lot of the Hammer Dracula films. 28 was the gonk from Dawn of the Dead. Question 29 was the theme from The Fog. And question 30 could be heard being played in The Monster Club. Movie posters. Question 31. It was the poster from Return of the Living Dead. 32 was Plague of the Zombies. 33, Fall of the House of Usher. 34, Army of Darkness. 35, tricky one, I was being a bit mean, Frankenstein. 36, come on, you must have all got this one, The Exorcist. 37, Nightmare on Elm Street again. 38, Last House on the Left. 39, a tricky one, but one of my all-time favourite films, Fiend Without a Face. I love those little brains. I really want one. Not like a model. I want a little actual brain sitting with Victor, just having a little snuggle. And number 40 was The Serpent and the Rainbow. So, how well do you know your true life monsters and horrors? Question 41. Steve Railsback was playing Ed Gein. Question 42. Michael Rooker was playing Henry Lee Lucas. Question 43. Richard Attenborough was playing John Reginald Christie. If you got either John or Reg, I'll give yourself a point for that. 44. Matt Smith was playing Charlie Manson. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. 45. Ross Lynch was playing a young Jeffrey Dahmer. And the final section, book covers. 46 was Pet Sematary by Stephen King. 47 was Creed by James Herbert. 48 was Clive Barker's The Great and Secret Show. 49 was Night of the Crabs by Guy Smith. It had to be in there, didn't it? It had to be. It's the law. I always have to bag on about the crabs. And number 50, to end the quiz, was The Satanist by Dennis Wheatley. So tot up your points. Pause me now if you need to. Find out what your score is. We're going to find out what your ranking is. So seeing as it's a horror quiz, let's put it in terms of horror we'll all understand. So if you scored 0 to 10, well, you're the kind of person that in the opening scenes of a movie, the murderer, the killer, the psycho would be chasing you and you'd trip over some grass or a leaf and sprain your ankle and hold it screaming as the killer walked towards you, pretty much. If you scored 11 to 20, you're one of the nicer characters that the audience warms to a little bit, but you make yourself vulnerable to the murderer. You either go and have like promiscuous antics or you go outside for a bit of a spliff. And that's the wrong thing to do in a horror film. You won't last long, pal. You'll last longer than the one before you, but you won't last long. If you scored 21 to 30, you probably land a decent clout on the killer, like with a trap or a mallet or something. You'd give him a right good wallop, and you'd think you're going to be doing really well, but ultimately, it's a hand round your throat and you've forced onto a pitchfork or a machete stuck through a wall or something like that. You try, and you don't do bad, but you don't make it. If you scored 31 to 40, well done. You'd like make it towards the end of the movie, and the audience watching it for the first time would think, maybe they're going to survive as well. I quite like those. And you're kind of stumbling towards the exit thinking, I can taste freedom. We're so nearly there. But just as your hand's on the doorknob to escape, it's a machete or something up the side of your head. You're that one. If you scored 41 to 50, well done. You're the survivor. You come out into the glaring sunlight, having survived this terrifying ordeal and defeated whatever mad maniac killer is chasing you. You look round at their prone body from a plethora of your attacks, and you've achieved survival. You don't notice one hand twitching. And that's the quiz. It would have been fun to do it in a big venue, but I honestly don't think we'd have had a load of people turn up. In the meantime, happy Halloween. It's a bit late, but happy. I hope you had a good Halloween, everybody. And I'll be back on Wednesday. I will be back on Wednesday researching book videos as we speak. So there'll be more book videos on Wednesday, and I'm going to get all my vinyl Halloween type videos that I was going to do over October. They're going to be starting on Sundays again. So thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the quiz, I'm proud of you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you lot in the next video.